So you're all welcome back to class today. So last week we talked about pivot table, and let me quickly just recap what we did. Pivot table in Excel. So we're able to learn that pivot table is an interactive table that allows you to quickly sort, count, total, and arrange data from larger data sets. So when you have a very big table, you tend to use pivot table to organize your data to perform aggregations, quickly do that without having to use any functions or formulas. It helps you to analyze complex data by summarizing it in various ways without modifying the original table. So remember, pivot table only works with the main table. You cannot change anything you want to change in your table. You cannot modify it in the pivot table. Pivot table just takes all the columns and then work with it, analyzes it for you. If you want to make any changes, you have to go back to the original table, effect your changes, and come back to pivot table, then refresh, and it will work. All right. So we also saw the reason why we are using pivot table, of course, because it's very quick. It quickly summarizes your data as we saw last week. It is flexible. You can easily drag field from, put in any of those sections that you want to. Like you can drag your column, put in your either values or in your column or in the row or in the filter. Then it's very interactive. You can filter. Today we are going to be touching on this filter and drilling. Then it's also dynamic. You can refresh your data and all that. So I also gave you some assignment. I don't know if you all did it. I saw some people that did their own. I'm quite impressed that a lot of you actually did wonderfully. You did so well in your assignments, and those of you that did not submit, I don't know why, but this is actually for you. You should be able to do your assignment and submit. Forget, you may be learning and learning, and you think you know these things, but you only know them by practicing. When you practice, when you work on these things that I give you, you tend to know your hands will be strong on them and you'll be sure of what you know and what you do not know. All right, so please always do your assignment. And meanwhile, we are taking record of those of you that have missed up to 2 or 3. And we're just, because this is still Excel, when we get to Power BI and the more advanced one, it won't be that likely. So we also left some assignments here. So you did your assignment. So I don't know if we should touch on it or should we just jump on today's class. Let's hear from you. Would you want a correction or do we just move on into today's class so we don't waste time? I'd like to hear from you, please, quickly.
I'll move on with the class.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so today's class, we're going to be continuing from where we stopped. Let's look at what we have. We're going to be doing, today we're going to be doing charts. Yeah, we're going to be doing charts today. So it's a continuation of pivot table, actually. Uh, sorry. Bear with me. Okay. It's a continuation of a pivot table. So charts in Excel, they are just the visual representation of data used to make more understandable. Okay, charts are visual representation of data used to make them more understandable. So charts are like when you have a larger data set, pivot table helps you to summarize it. Then chart helps you to make it more understandable, more readable. Even though it is readable in your pivot table, but charts make it even more readable. It puts it in a picture format because if you want to communicate any data to people, especially non-technical people, one of the best ways to do that is through visuals because they understand visual better than numbers. And the different kind of chart that we're going to be looking at is there are a lot of them. You have the line chart, you have the column chart, you have the pie chart, you have the bar chart, a lot of different charts that we're going to be looking at. So there are different charts that are used, they are also called graphs or visualization. So whenever you hear visualization, then you know that you're talking about charts in Excel. Now, these charts when you get to Power BI, you're going to do it better. Like that's when you're going to understand chart better. But We're just going to have an introduction of it because most times you're not going to be using Excel to do, you're not going to be using Excel to do visualization, but Power BI or Looker Studio or other ones. There are many other ones. So this is, let's go back to these are data. We already know how to get a pivot table from this data, right? So I'm just going to mute everyone. All right. So we already know how we created this pivot table from the table. So let's look at these things that we have here. Uh, let's remove this one. Let's remove this one. Good. So if you look at this one gave us the summary of everything that we actually, all the people, like all our customers, our top, this is just like our top 5 customers with the quantity of items they have bought from us, right? So let me remove this one. Let me also remove this one. So good. So let's say that this is the sum of sales, or in fact, let's even create what we want. So let's say we want to know the region, the profit or the revenue from different regions. So let's look at regions. This is region. I'll put region here. Then I'm going to put the revenue that we made from different regions. Revenue is same as sales. So these are the sales that we made from different regions. I'm just going to put sales here. Good. So sum of sales make, you can also rename. Remember, you can rename. If you come here, go to value, then you can see sum of name. This is sum of name. You can just rename it to sales, you know, sales or revenue. You can even name it revenue or anything you want. Then you just hit on enter. Say few name already exists. Okay, sales, the name already exists. Total sales. Okay, let's call it total sales. Great. So I'm just going to rename it. And then we don't want this grand total. So I'm just going to remove it because remove grand total. I'll remove that. So we now have our table, the row label. So this row label, if you come here, you can see, and then you can also add filter to this thing. We can see that Alberta gave us this number, British Columbia gave us this number, Ontario gave us this number, and then Quebec gave us this number. At a glance, we can see that. So now we can, these are numbers. We have to do like sorting or kind of filtering before we can see who gave us the highest numbers, right? Now let's add filter. We can also filter it. We can say, okay, we want to know, let's even make it more complex. We can use this column now. We can put, sorry, this is filter. We can put what do we want to filter it by? Let's filter it by ship mode. So let's filter it by ship mode. Then I'm just going to take this ship mode and put in filter. So if I come here now and I want to know in Alberta which ship mode gave us which sales, I'll just come to this filter and select the one that I want. Express, same day. So I'll select maybe Express, then I'm going to click on OK. So it has filtered for all of them. These are the different ship mode, the different sales that was made using this Express ship mode. All these sales were delivered using express ship mode. So if I change it to maybe same day delivery, so you can see, so if we use express shipping here, let me use express shipping again, you can see that it is only these 3 regions that used express shipping all through this transaction. So Saskatchewan did not use express shipping. So if you now put same day delivery, you can see that people in Quebec, people in British Columbia, people in Saskatchewan used same day delivery. And this is the sales that were made in those regions. And if you want to also filter it by all of them, by default, it is filtered by all. Then let's see standard shipping. Then you can see these are the people that use, these are the regions, the sales that was made and delivered using standard shipping. So you can put filter, you can like, if you're making your presentation, you can, You can also put dates. You can also use dates to put date and know um the exact date that these things happen, or filter it by dates. Maybe they say give me the total sale that was made on so day. So you can just put your dates in the filter field. Then you come here and then choose. Maybe give me all the sales that was made in 2020 in 2023. All the sales that was made in 2020. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is 2023. I think we'll have only 1, 2, 3. So I can just select this 2023 and then filter it by it was only Alberta that bought something on that 2023. Then that's it about filter. So now charts, to add charts, to convert this thing down to a chart, to make it even more readable, more presentable, you can just come here. When you come here, look at this, my cursor. If I'm clicking outside here, observe these tabs. These are our tabs: file, home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view. You can see, but when I come here and click inside my pivot table, and I have pivot table analyze and design, if I'm clicking outside, I will not see. But once I click inside my pivot table, I will see pivot analyze, right? Then I'll just click on pivot analyze. Then you can see pivot charts, right? So you can see pivot chart, you can see recommended charts. Remember the last time we talked about recommended pivot table. If you want Excel to do the pivot table automatically for you without you having to do anything, Excel, you use this recommended pivot table. So if you want Excel to do the pivot chart for you, pivot table, like to create a chart for you without you doing anything, you use it. But of course, pivot charts, when you do it manually by yourself, you have the option of, doing it, getting exactly customizing it the way you want. So to be able to create a chart, you just come to this pivot chart, click on it. It's going to bring out all different kind of chart. As you can see, there are so many of them. You have the combo chart, the funnel chart, waterfall. So you're going to appreciate all of these charts when we get to Power BI. But for here in Excel, the most common one, the most popular one is the column charts, the line chart, the pie chart, and then the bar charts. And you don't just use any one anyhow you want. All right. So if I choose column charts, you can see this is the column chart. Then you can select it the way you want it to be. There are different way of, I don't know, different column charts per se. So you can see we have this one, the clustered column chart. You have the stacked column chart. If you click on it, you see the changes. Then you have this one. This one is 100% stacked. Then this one is the 3D, if you want it to be in 3D. Then this one is the 3D stack column chart and all that. But the most popular one is the clustered column chart and the stacked column chart. So we are going to be using this one. Let's say we want to use this one. Then you just click on OK, and automatically your this table now becomes a chart. So you can agree with me that this one is easier to read. At a glance, you can see that British Columbia is the highest. But here in numbers, you have to for you to know that this one is the highest, you have to go through all the numbers. Is either you sort them out, is either you sort them. If you sort them, then it will bring, like you sort from largest to smallest, it will now bring the largest up. But if you don't sort, it is going to, you have to go through all of them before you can decide that this is the highest one. But here, just at a glance, you can already see that British Columbia gave us the highest sales, followed by Alberta, then followed by Ontario, then followed by Quebec, and then followed by Saskatchewan. At a glance. So this is like visual. So someone who is not a technical person can understand this one. They can, even if they don't see, they cannot read number, they can see clearly. And then you need to know how to read your charts. You can see that this down here in the x-axis, down here is the x-axis, here is the y-axis. So in the x-axis contains the name of the regions. So you can already see the label. The label here says region. Then the label here says total sales. So this is your total sale in the y-axis, and this is your region name in your x-axis. So you can already see that we have this one. You can trace it as okay. British Columbia gave us over 30,000 sales. Like it is over close to 35,000. So this is between 35 to 30,000, which is around 33 to 34,000 something. So you can see between, you can just read between it that this is the value. Then you can also see this one, that this one is a little above 20,000. Then you can also see that this one is just close to 500, which is around 300 to 400. And also, so, but there is even a better way of just seeing it at a glance, like putting the numbers on top of them without having to trace. And we'll get to that shortly. So, this is how you make your chart. This is how the chart is. You can actually still customize this chart to look even better, because you cannot present all of this thing. But I'm going to take it gradually. I'm going to explain to you how to clean up this chart and make it really good. So, this is the chart here. Let's leave this one here. Then let's copy this and open another. Let's open another one. So let's call this one pivot 2. Okay. So let's say we'll have what do we want to have here? Let's create something else here. Let's remove this. Remove this. So what can we get here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see customer segment. Let's see which customer segment is giving us more sales. I'll put it here. Then I want to put profit made from each customer segment. Yeah, profit. Great. So we can see that it is the corporate offices that are giving us more profits. Great. So let's say we want to filter it by region. Then we can filter it by region. Or let me even put region in the column section. Then I'll put region here. You can see that this is a bit more complex, but you can understand this. You can see that this is the regions, and these are the shipment mode. Sorry, this is the what is it called? Customer segment. And the corporate, you can see already that the corporate in Alberta gave us this profits. The corporate in Colombia gave us this profits. Corporate in Ontario gave us this. Okay, corporate in Ontario would not make any profit from Ontario. Then corporate from Quebec gave us this. Saskatchewan gave us this, and this is the grand total. Maybe I don't even want the grand total. Then I'll just remove it. Then retail, you see, retail here. So in British Columbia, okay, yeah, retail was there. Retail was not in Saskatchewan. Then for wholesale, we did not make any profits in British Columbia. So you can see the way we are drilling our data even more to see what actually happened stage by stage. All right. So remove this. And now let's visualize this data. We want to see um the visual of this. Then I'll just go to what? I'll click on it, go to pivot analyze, come here, then come my chart. Now, we used column charts in the first one. So let's try another kind of chart. Let's say we want to use, now, you don't just use any chart you like. There are reasons why you must use a particular chart. For example, you can see line charts. You only use line chart when you are trying to show event that happened over time. Maybe the profit that was made over time, the profit that was made in 2021, in 2022, in 2023, 2024, each year or each month, as long as it has to do with time, starting from the oldest time to the latest time, then line chart is your go-to. Then pie chart is when you're comparing values that has to do with percentage, maybe the share of, when you're trying to divide something into percentages and all that, that's when you use chart. And when you come to this pie chart, you can see this is it. Now, there's one rule about pie chart. It's not really a general rule, but uh it is a rule you should always obey. That when you're using pie chart, don't use when your information is more like when the thing you're comparing is just maybe 3 or 4, maximum of 5. That's when you use pie chart. But once it is more than 5, it is like 6, 7, 8, 10. Don't use pie chart because it is going to mess up your data. You will not even know what to do. Let me show you what I'm trying to say. Let me remove this. We're going to come back to this. Let me just come here and place it here. Let me quickly show you what I'm trying to say. So let's say we want to check the profit made by different customers. Let me put customer here and remove this one. You can see that this information is plenty, right? So many customer profit made from each customer. So let me try to use pie charts to show you what I'm trying to explain. See, can you see that? There are so many information. I can't even know which one. This is a messed up data. Even you that's analyzing this data cannot make sense out of this. You don't know which one is bigger now. Which one, if they ask you now, which one is the biggest? You can't tell specifically. If they ask you which one is smallest, which one is second biggest, third biggest, you do not know. All right. So when you have plenty data like this, don't ever use pie chart because it will mess up your data, right? But if you have just few, maybe 2, 3, 4, maximum of 4 or 5, then it's appropriate to use pie chart. You will get the best results by using pie chart. So, and this pie chart now has different, you can see this is the main pie chart. Then this one is the 3D pie chart. You can see the way it looks. Then you also have this one that is called the pie of pie. Then you also have this bar pair chart. Then you also have the donut chart. So the donut chart is also very good. I like using it a lot. So is either I'm using this one or I'm using the normal pie chart. So let's use this one. When you click on it, you can see your data here. So that's like we said. The other one, we had the y-axis and the x-axis. We had the sum of this thing, the sum of profit in the y-axis, and then the name of the regions in the x-axis. But in this case, we have what we call the legend. This is the legend. This legend helps you to tell you what each of these slices mean. You can see this one at a glance, it's always there. You can see that this one represents corporate offices, this one represents retail, and this one represents wholesale. So at a glance now, you can see that this one has more, this one takes more slices. So this is the highest, followed by this one, and then by this one. And you remember we are representing whatever we want to represent in percentage with pie chart. So if you click on each one, it will show you that this one took 38%. It will show you the value, which is 5736. Then you look at this one took 33%, which is 5096. Then this one took 29%. So if you add all these things, it will give you 100%, which is the full pie chart, right? And we are still going to get to customizing it because this is not how it should look, but this is how you use your pie chart. So let's do let's look for the one that has time. Maybe I want to check. So what should suggest for us what we should get that has to do with time? Someone should tell us what to do that has time. Someone said someone should tell us what to check that has to do with time. Please check this thing. What should we check now that has to do with time here? Someone should suggest for us. Let's do the one that has time. Hello?
Please, what about we checking the date?
Yeah, date. That's what I mean. Date, not really time, not like time. I mean the one that has to do with time of occurrence, like date,
Okay. Okay.
Hmm?
Please, can I have a look at the
Shipment,
table again?
shipment mode and date.
How about the date to other quantity? Say the other was the date the other was made, stroke the quantity ordered.
Okay. So the order versus the date. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, with ourselves.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. So it's not gonna work. So who else would suggest for us?
Yeah, with more cells.
Sales, okay. Sales
Yeah,
versus
with more cells.
okay. No, it can't work. Someone else.
So why are you saying it can't work?
Sales.
Is it?
Sales. Okay, if we put sales here, it doesn't. Are you not seeing that it's not working? See, it's not
Listen,
working.
the date is under cost is under count. You should be under proper, customize it to proper so that it can work.
Mm. Okay, but what are we checking with the date? I want us to get what we want to check with the dates here.
The particular day most sales were made.
Other priority and date.
Okay. Does it make sense? Let's see. Other priority and date doesn't make sense, so it doesn't make sense. Hmm? Like, see, what you're going to do, like you have to have it in your mind. What do I want to actually get? That's what you should check. What do I actually want to get? Like you have to already have that in your mind. I don't know if you get it. You have to have that in your mind already, what you want to get. Then before you even begin to plot it. So other priority by date. That means other priority means okay, which date do we have with this other priority? Which date do we have this other priority? Okay, here with the most sales. Let's see. Let's see. Sales is gonna go to this value. Sales, okay. And let's see dates. Dates is in count. It shouldn't be in count. Let's change it to mm, okay. Let me just format it and see. Oh, format as date. Mhm. Okay. No. Why is it not giving us what we want? We want this value. So most times dates will give us dates will be broken down. Okay, sorry. This data is not an actual data. This data is just data that I formed. Ah, this data is just that I formed. So that's what I was expecting this date to do. When I put this date, it's supposed to break these dates into it's supposed to give you day, year, month, day, quarter. That's how dates actually works. Once you place it here, it's going to break down into, maybe I'll look for another data set that I can use to
How,
do that. I'll
can
try
you
that.
place the date in a column form?
Okay. We are not actually trying to get all the dates. Like, okay, I think it worked. Look at it. Yeah, it works here. Yes, it's going to break down into. Thank you, Mr. Musa. This is it. It's in column. So dates. Remember what I told you. This value has to do with numbers. Any table that has numbers, right? And not why is this thing closing? It has to do with anyone that has values, like values, not really uh uh what you put here is values. Like if you look at this table, quantity has values, so quantity can be here. uh Sales has values, sales can be here. Then the ones that have text can be here and in column. But then date, because date is not really numbers. Date is not numbers. So most times you put your dates either in this column or in filters. All right, so we can check sales that were made in the sales will come to value. Sales that were made in different, let me see. No. Sales that were made in different year, you can see. Then let me try dates. Let me try dates so I can remove the dates. It will give me just the quarter. I can remove the quarter. It can give me just the dates, like the month. So let me put dates in row. Okay. Then put sales here. So it is going to break down into the year the thing happened, the quarter, the date. This date now is like the month. So let's say I want to check this information by year, what's happened in different year, 2021, 2022, 2023. So I'll remove the months. I want to also remove the quarter and just have only the year. So you can see at a glance that in 2021, this is all the sales we made. In 2022, this is all the sales we made. And in 2023, this is all the sales we made. So I can just visualize it as well. Thank you for that. Okay, so, sorry. So I'll just come here, click on it, go to pivots, analyze, then come to this place. So when you're talking about date, like I told you, you use line chart. It is most, though you can also use batch or that kind of chart. It depends on how you want it. For example, if we use this one, look at this one, it looks good. So you can see that we're using a bar chart here. And in 2025, we made the highest sales. And in 2021 we made a very, very sluggish sale. It wasn't really much, just like that. So it means it could be that we just started in 2021 and then we've been improving. This is a very good growth. Your business is really growing from what you can see here. So it is also good. Like it can also give you that information. But now let's compare it to when you use a column chart. If I come here, I can either convert this one to column chart. When I click on it, I'll go back to design. You can see design here. You can now change chart type. Click on change chart type. You can click it here, or you can also see different themes, color themes that were given to you. You can change it to this one. You can change it to this one. You can change it to any one. Like you can actually use these different styles, like whichever one you want. There are so many of them. You can open up this one also, but you can also change the type. Maybe we have changed our mind, we don't want to use this bar chart anymore. Then I'll just come to this place and then choose change type. Then it bring me back here where we came from, and I'll change to maybe line charts. All right, but I don't want to change it. I want to bring out line chart also. So I'll come here, so that we can compare the two actually. That's what I'm trying to do. So come here, let's do line charts. Then I'll come here. So we'll have it. You can see that this is the bar chart and this is the line chart. So this is going to be taking you can see when you click on it, it's showing that this is in 2021. This is the total sale that was made. Then you come to this point. Each of these points here is a year, like year, each of the year you can see. Like you can see the progression, the movement, because you're talking about year, like period of time. You can see the time that in 2025 we made the highest sales. In 2021, we just made little sales. So this is actually preferable, like more presentable than this one when you're talking about time or year. You can see. So this is it. So in the x-axis you have your year, while in the y-axis you have your your numbers, your sales that was made and all that. So now let's customize. Let's go to, now we are done with charts. You've seen all the charts that are available. You can use any of these charts to present your information. Now let's go to cleaning this chart, because this is not the way you're going to present your chart. Each chart has why you want to use them. Like the reason why I want to use it, don't just use anyone that you like. Like I've shown you now that using a line chart to represent year, period of time is the best. Now let's customize this. When you want to customize this thing, there are factors you have to look at. Number one, when you want to show this to your manager or your stakeholder, you want to show them data and not picture. And you want to reduce distraction. You just want their eye to go to the data that you're trying to show them. So you want to remove all the distractions here, because someone that is not a data analyst, when you bring this to a non-technical person, once they look at it, at first, they will be confused. They are seeing number, they are seeing total, they are seeing all these things, they are seeing year. They'll be like, okay, this year, is it for this line or for this? They are just confused. So you don't want that to happen. And this is how you customize your chart. You start by this title. First of all, you must put a title there. Or let's say, look at it. You just come to this one. Look at this one here that says chart style. Click on it. Then you can see, you can change different style of your chart the way you want. But this is not what I don't actually use this one. I always like leaving it at default, the default one. Excel will always suggest the default one for you. Now to customize this chart, you can come here, this plus, you can see plus here, click on it, chart elements. You click on it, it will open different elements for you. So you already have your chart title. Look at your chart title. If I want to remove the title, I will unclick here. The title is gone. So when by next week, no, on Saturday, when we do dashboard, then you're going to see sometime you may need to remove the chart title, because your dashboard is going to carry a title. You want to put the title in your dashboard depending on how you want your design to look like. So, but in this case, you must have to leave your title, put your chart title, and then make this title reasonable. It is just showing total. So you want to show total sales by what? So it will be total sales by year. So when someone sees this, it will just see that, oh, this is total sales made by year, like each of the year. So this is total sale made by year. Can you see that? So the title will always appear like this. Always tell them what this column is by what this column is. This is how to title your chart, your report. This is like a report. You're now building your different visualization. Then that is number one. The title must be right. Then number two, you want to remove all these ones. This is not necessary again, since this title is already here. Total sales, they'll see that this is total sales that was made by year. So there's no need telling them that this is sales again and this is year. So this is not necessary. So you come here, you go to your axis. Let's see what is in your axis. You can actually edit on any of them. Like this title now, if you want to make it bolder or change the color or do anything, you come to this chart title, see this arrow here. When you click on it, it will now give you different ways that you can customize it further. All right, you can see more. If you click here, you can see if you click center, it brings it down. If you click here, So we want to remove this one. What are they? This is you come here to label. I think it is Okay, let's start with this one. This legend, you don't need it. It has no meaning here. Like, what this legend does is it's telling you. Now, this becomes important when you have multiple lines, like you're talking about different. Maybe if we also want to add, let's say we want to add a profit that was made. This is the sales, right? Then we want to add maybe profit. Let's say we want to add profit. Then we'll add profit. You can see we now have two lines. This is when this thing becomes important, this legend. Because without the legend, you cannot know which one is profit and which one is sales that was made. So this is not going to tell you, oh, this is the profit. So you're looking at the profit projection, oh, we are making good profits. Then this is total sales. Like you don't follow this. So you can also see that we are actually making good sales as well. All right. So, but in this case, we do not have it. It's only just one. So it is one. I don't need to tell you your name. Like you can see, obviously, that this is this. So you want to remove this legend. So, you come here, click here, go to legend. You can see, just uncheck it and it's gone. Uncheck it and it's gone. So you can see that your chart has become bigger and better. So the next thing you want to do is to remove these ones. You don't need it. You come here. You can see chart title axis. Okay. So let's see. If we remove this one, we have removed the axis. No, we don't want to remove axis. So bring it back. We want to remove this is the grid line. Okay, so you just come here, click on it, and then delete. Let me just delete it manually. Or it's not going. Let me try this again. Axis title. Okay, this is not the axis title. Okay, I'm still going to get to data label. Wow. See all this information here. Oh, okay. Let me remove the grid line. You can see the grid line. You can just click on it and delete the grid line. Or you can do that from here. See grid line, just remove it, and then the grid line is gone. So the reason why you want to remove the grid line is because it's not passing any information. It has no information here. And then the next thing you want to do is this one. We want to remove this one, like this thing here. Like we just want to let it go. Then put our data label. We want to put each figure here. Like we want to see it on the body. Then you come here. You can just remove this axis. Then you want to put your data label. Sorry, yeah, data label here. So you can see that this is it in, okay, no, we cannot remove that, what is it called? We cannot remove that axis because our axis, remember 2020 is there, like our year is there in the axis. I think this customization is easier in Power BI. Like in Power BI, you can do all of these things. You have a lot more option than here. But let me look at this axis again. Let's come here, come to this arrow. We want to remove horizontal axis. That is, we want to remove only which one is a horizontal axis? It is the x-axis. So we want the y, we don't want to remove it. But we want to remove the primary axis, which is the y, because we already have our values on the lines. So I remove this one. That one is gone. Good. Then the title, let's see how to remove this because these things are not important. They are not really doing anything here. Then come to axis title. No, that's not the case. Let's see. Okay, let's go to our data label is already there. Chart title. Let's come to chart title. Chart, okay. Then let's come to, oh, no. Okay. Data label. Let's see. It's above. So you can actually choose where you want your data label to be. Then chart title, you can come here and then let me see. So you can also open up this one. This one gives you more, like if you want to design, if you want to add color, if you want to add shadow, all of those things. This one gives you more. Let me see if I want to change the color to solid. You can see, you can do a lot of things, no field. if I want to change the pattern field the way I want it to feel. So you can just play around it, and you can also come here to get more options how you want to. Let me see. I need to remove grid line. Don't really know why. It should be in chart title. Axis. Okay, let me see this axis. If we come here, primary axis. We don't want primary axis. Then come to axis here. Let's see. Open this one. So this one is just to customize. Like that more is always to customize what you already have here. Anyways, I'll see this one. Let me see. Okay, this is just a filter. So we don't need to filter here. This is just like if you want to filter for only 2022, you can see information for only 2022. But this is not how to filter. You have what we call slicers. You can add your slicers to do that for you. Then this one, let me see. Glow. Okay, see here. Shadow glow, soft edge. Okay, let's see if we can just remove it from here. Soft edge. Okay, no, cannot remove it from here. Well, I will work on that and see. Or when we do other charts, we can see how we can be able to handle this one. So this is basically, as you can see, this chart is now more clean, like than the way it was before. Like someone can just come in and see, okay, that this total sale for the year, and you can see in 2021 we made 4,955. In 2022 we made even like double of it. In 2023 our sales dropped. It dropped a bit, then it picked up in 2024 again and went above every other thing that we've been doing, and we kept doing the same thing that we did. And in 2025 our sales went really up. So if anything happens by the end of 2026, we're expecting, like we can predict already, that our sale will even go higher. And if for any reason it drops down again, then we can know. If the trend drops down, we can now begin to question why, what happened, what were we doing to get this result that we didn't do again. All right, so let's pick the next chart, chart 2. So the same thing here, you can just come here, start with your title, make sure your title, chart title, you can also customize it the way you want, wherever you want it. If you want it up, if you want it down. So here you want to actually title your, so what's going to be the title of this one? Total profits by what? Total profit by what? By segments.
Segment.
Customer segment.
Yeah, customer segments. Yeah. Total profit by customer segments. Then this thing, you can see our legend. So usually I don't really like this legend. If you remove it, you cannot remove it. If you remove it, then it doesn't make sense. You cannot even read any meaning into the data. So it should be there, but you can also remove just the heading. You don't want that heading on top here. So you can see all this information. If you want it at the top, you can come to the top. You can see. If you want it by the left, if you want it by the bottom, if you want to bomb, I think it's just preferable where it was. Sometimes you can also have it on the top like this. You can see. So I think it's a little better like this. But I don't know. Maybe it's affecting the name of the title of the thing. So we can leave it left, can leave it right. I think right is good. So this is it. Then this one has to go. Let me see what is going on. So we can move to reporter. We can hide. Thank you. So this is it. You can remove just by right clicking. So this one is just right click and you can hide value field button on charts. So you can either hide it or hide all button on charts. Then I can just hide it. It is hidden now. Or you can delete it also. So this chart is now better. So let's go back to this one and hide all chart. Okay, good. So they are gone. So this is it. Our chart is now very clean. At a glance, you can see just the information, no distraction, just data. So this pie chart now, you always have to add something else. Like you need to click it to see the information in it. So you don't want that. You want it to have the data label. So on data label, you can see now the data is inside, but you can format this data label as well to be able to, because remember the pie chart is in percentage. So you can come here to this one, come here. So you want them inside, you want them outside, you want this one, best fit, data call out. You can see them in percentage. So this one now, if you use this one, then there is no need for data label anymore, right? So if you use this one, there's no need for this one. You just remove it because this one now is showing the name and the percentage. Corporate give us 33%, retail give us 38%, and wholesale give us. So there's no need for this one. But sometimes because of space, because if you're building a dashboard, you have other this thing there. So you may be trying to squeeze space and this one may not come in. So you can see data callouts. You can also have more options, but I just prefer to have them inside. Our best fit, let's use this one, but we don't want to call the name. We just don't want to call the name. So then you can also go to more to be able to, like, if you want to increase the color, change the color, do any kind of thing you want to do there, you can come to name. So this data is better now. Obviously, it is better now. Remember, you can also change to any other type you want using this one. And then finally, where's the other one? The last one. Pivots. Okay, good. So somebody should help us to customize this one. Someone should help us to clean up this data, this chart, this visualization. Who's going to help us do that? Just unmute your mic. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Raphael.
So to begin with, we can click on the total sales to remove that first. No, not that
To
one. The
remove.
total,
Okay, total sales, right?
yes.
Okay.
Then
Hide.
we
Hide.
pause the hide, and we'll highlight the whole bar.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's click on the bar. Yes. So when we click on the bar, then we'll go to the plus.
Hmm?
The plus sign at the top here.
Okay.
Then we'll remove the grid lines.
Okay, great. It's gone.
We'll remove the grid lines and the chart title too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What should the title be?
Total sales.
Okay.
For
Total sales.
yeah.
No.
Okay. Someone should please continue for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So someone else should help us continue. He has done so well. I think we've removed most of the things. Our data is becoming cleaner, but let someone help. Who can help us clean up this chart visual? Ebuka, you want to try?
Yeah, the name will be total sales by state. I think so.
Okay, total sales by
Region.
region. All right,
By
great.
region, yeah.
All right, great. This is the title. Nice. What else do we need? Is our data clean? Is the chart clean now?
No, that total by the side, I think we will hide it or delete it. Yeah,
How do we do that?
you like click and
Oh, let's use
go
this
down
one.
to
Let's use this one.
Okay.
Always use this one.
Legend.
Exactly. So it is the legend. Then you remove it. So
Yeah, the data is clean now.
okay. So, but we still have all these things now. We don't want our customer, our
You need data
manager,
label.
our manager to come and be tracing, because the manager will have to, if we must leave it like
Data
this, it
label.
means, yeah, but if we must leave it like this, we must bring back grid line so that it will help
Read
our
down.
manager to
Okay.
trace know that, okay, this one is between 3,000 to 3,005. This one, and that's not, we don't want that. So remove this one. What do we do? What do
Data
we do?
label, sir.
Data label. Great. So you
Label.
come here, you put a label. So now you can even still customize these numbers, like this one that has point. You can come here, data label, come this place. You can come here, you can choose where you want them. If you want them inside, if you want them here, if you want them outside, if you want them like this. But let's go to more options. Maybe you want to put a color, something, just the way you want it, pattern. Then border, if you want to put a border, you can see we don't want a border anyway. Then you can also come here to, like, if you want to add shadow, if you want to make it glow, if you want to, anything, anyhow you want it, you can even come here also to customize it in different ways. Okay. So that's great. So now we have our data labels on them. So is our data clean now? Can we proceed? Can we now present it like this? Mm.
Mm.
Is it okay now?
No.
No, it's not. You
Okay.
have
It's
to
not.
remove
Remove
that
what?
numbers. You have to remove the numbers
All
from
right.
the.
So come here. This numbers is in what? Is in axis. This is the y-axis and this is the
Okay.
x. So the y-axis is
Okay.
the primary axis, the x-axis.
Okay.
So you come to axis and click on axis, then come here. You can see your primary axis. You just remove it. Oh, sorry. It's in the primary axis. This is the primary axis. Primary vertical. Sorry, this is primary vertical. This is primary horizontal. So I just remove it and it's gone. And is this not nice? Is this not beautiful? Like, even you now that is a human being, don't you prefer it this way to compare to how it was before? So
Yeah, it's
this way
nice.
now, any person that sees it can actually see that, okay, yeah, this is our highest, this is the number we made, this is the amount we made. This is like, so it's cool. So now when you're making your dashboard that we're going to do on Saturday, this is what will be on this one. Now will not be on your dashboard. Nobody's interested in this one. This is the one that is going to be on your dashboard. Remember, any changes you made in the table will automatically come here when you refresh it. All right. So this is actually how to make your dashboard. Make your chart. This is how to make your chart. So now let's create one more. This is like a classwork now. Let's create one more from beginning to finish. So somebody should volunteer themselves and do that for us. Let's copy this thing, the pivot table. Then we want to have it here. Sheet 4 is going to be our pivot 4. Yeah. So I want to have this here. Then I want to remove. This one is done. I want to remove this. So what? Somebody should just find something and tell us from beginning to end. Like, choose anything you want here. Just analyze it, then visualize it as well. Who is going? Who is going? Who is helping us? Isaac, are you there? Okay, sales by region. Okay. Nick, I have to unmute. You have to unmute yourself so that we can be hearing you. Kiki is in class still. Kiki. Nick, please unmute.
I've always been in class.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's nice to know.
Uh,
We have Mr. Mako. Mr. Mako, please unmute. You're going to be our project leader now, the team lead. So tell us, we're going to start this classwork from beginning to end. All right. Mr. Mako, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Great. All right, so let's start. Please, Joy, I need to message Joy. I haven't seen Joy in class for some time. So we need to reach out to her and know what's up with her. She's not been attending classes. All right, Mr. Mako, please go ahead. What should we plot against what? Are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm available.
All right, go
I
on.
am looking at the pivot table fields.
Okay.
Uh, uh, profits made
Okay,
by
profits.
region.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think we've done similar to something like that too. We've done something like that.
Did we do that before?
Profit made by region. Yeah, I think we've done that. Got it now. Profits. Total sales by region. Okay. Oh, okay, we haven't though. You're right. We haven't done. So we have it here, profits by region. All right. So let's move to the next stage. What's the next stage now? We need to visualize it, right? All right, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. Let's start.
And we can use a bar graph. We can use the other graph, the
How
one.
do we get there?
Let's go to the graph.
Walk us through. How do we get there?
Yeah.
How do we get there? Are you
Yeah.
there?
Okay.
Mm.
Now, what we have just done is a pivot table.
Mm.
So now we can insert. We can now insert the chart.
Yes.
We go to
Where?
insert.
Insert. Okay.
Yeah, the charts are there. They are up.
Hmm?
We are looking for a bar chart.
So
Just near the view.
because your
Yeah.
cursor is outside, so you can't do anything. You have to bring your cursor here. Once you click here, you automatically see what you're looking
No,
for.
first highlight. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. So always remember, if your cursor is outside,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
will be
Exactly.
hard. Though you can still get to it anyway by clicking on this pivot chart, you can see. But it will now prompt you to go and choose the table. You have to go and select the table that you want to do. But instead of doing all of this, why not just click here? It brings up this, and then let's proceed. You go to pivot chart, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You
Okay.
go to
So
pivot chart.
which chart do you want to use?
Yeah, I'm okay with the cluster column.
Okay, cluster column chart. Why? What's your reason for using it?
Yeah, I want it just for when
Okay, so if you're
because
okay
when
with
you
it,
just look at the clustered column chart, you can easily tell the highest, like where the
yeah,
profit, the region that has made the highest profit, just by looking at
exactly.
the bar.
Exactly. So remember, we have other bars. We have the area. I didn't mention the area. We have the area chart. We have like this map. Use map when you're doing they call it GIS, when you're doing a geographical data, like you're working on maybe in the Gambia. The government of Gambia gave you a project to, work on different regions to get maybe the health status, employment status. So you're working with map, like region. You're trying to look at different regions in Africa and all that. You use this one. Then Anyway, when we get to Power BI, you get to use almost all of them. Then the area chart is still like, see the way the area chart is, but we hardly use it anyway. I've never used it. Then you have the tree map. You have all of this, the histogram. Look at the histogram also. So most of these charts are not in Excel, but they are active in Power BI. Like you can see, it is not here. You can see this one. This is like the histogram is almost the same thing as this one, the bar chart. And now, what's the difference between column chart and bar chart? Then let me show you. So Mr. Marco, you said we should use the bar chart, right? We come here and it has done this for us. So most times when you have, let me just show you another information. Let me remove this one. Assuming we are doing this thing, let's do it quickly. This one. We're almost going, like we have just like 10 minutes. If I have this information and I want it to be the profits we made from each customer, you can see that this information is really long. It's really, really long, like the names. So maybe we can limit it to just 10 customers. Maybe just let me select only 10 customers. Select 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10 customers. All right. So now, if I want to use bar charts, which is the appropriate one to use, I'll use it. Then I'll come here. And then this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to show you. So you can see, you cannot go and present this to give your manager this thing, because your manager cannot start bending their head just to read your data, like to read the name of each of the customer. Obviously, they have to bend their head to do that. Imagine you now punishing your manager because he gave you projects to do, and you shouldn't want to do that. So in this case, what you're going to use here is this is the bar chart, right? Let me go to edit. If you come here, you go to design, then go to change type. So what you're going to use here is the bar chart, not the column chart, because the bar chart will turn this information this way. Look at it. You can now see that you can now read straight. You don't have to bend your head. So this bar chart and column chart is the same thing. They show you the same thing, the same way, but just that this one, when the names are longer, you use this one. And when the name, just like this one is shorter, you use the other the other one. Though you can also use let me take it back. You can also use this one, but you need to make this thing really, really long. Like you can see, this is the only way they can contain. If you stretch it to be really long, then it will now contain those names. But remember, you cannot have just only this one chart in your dashboard. You're having other dashboards, so you need to squeeze this one as much as possible so that it can contain maybe sometimes 4, sometimes 3 or 2 charts in a dashboard. So once you compress it like this, it squeezes and you have to bend your head. So now you have to change it to the bar charts. All right. So that's just what I wanted to show you. So let's go back to what Mr. Marco was doing. So Mr. Marco did he used a bar chart, which is correct. So Mr. Marco, please continue so that we can close. So what do we do now? Are we okay now with our work? Can we present it like this?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Marco, are you there?
We can hide. Yeah, my network was getting weaker, but it's okay. We can now hide the sum of profit and region by
Okay.
right clicking,
Mhm.
and then you go to remove or hide.
Okay. Great. That's good.
Yeah, and there's another one I'm seeing there, like total
This one, right?
with yeah.
How do we deal with it?
You first click, and then you go to the other extreme right corner. Yeah. And short bit legend.
Legend, great. So it's gone. Great.
Yeah.
Is it looking good now? Are you okay now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Really, Mr. Marco?
No.
We remove the line.
Okay.
You
You
click,
remove
yeah,
the
click on it.
axis.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Move the
Then
axis.
yeah, grid lines. You remove that.
Great.
Mm.
Okay. Then the axis, so should remove the axis. Which of them?
Primary vertical.
Primary. Yeah.
Great. So that makes your data incomplete though. Ha.
You know,
Hmm?
not really. We have removed many things. Yeah.
Well, this data is not making any sense to me. I'm not seeing any data, anything here. Mr. Marco, what's going on? What is missing?
Oh, but the
Title.
profit.
Title for the data, the chart.
Title, great.
Even the
So,
the title. Sorry.
what's the title?
Profits made by region.
Total profits by region.
profit.
Great. So is this data okay now, Mr. Marco? Can you now submit this to your manager like this?
No, we are no, we are still missing the values for the sum of
Okay,
profit.
so come back here. How do we put that?
You have to click and then you bring back the values for the profit.
Okay, the
Yeah,
axis, right?
click on that right.
This one. Hmm? Mr. Marco, I think he's gone. Who can help us?
Access.
Hmm?
Yeah, there is some. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And this is fine, right? By you. So,
Yeah.
is there any correction?
fine.
Any person has any correction? Can we submit this to our
The
manager? Like
data label, data label is missing.
data label. Great. So we have to come down to data label and click on it to add the data label. So now we have
Then remove the axis.
exactly. So if you have it like this, it's like tautology, like having multiple. This information is same as this, so one has to go. Is either you're working with this one or you're working with this one. But this one makes more meaning. It gives our data more meaning than this one. Like this one is vague, it's not really accurate. So this is more accurate. So we have to let this one go, Mr. Marco. We let it go before, but we brought it back. Now we are sending it away again. So this is good. Our data is good now. Like it's very, very okay. So anybody can just come and see this data and say, okay, we are looking at total profit made in different region. So where are the regions? Oh, this is Alberta. Alberta gave us this profit. Wow, this is good, bro. It's like it is easy to read. Like you don't have to. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you don't have to struggle. You don't have to go through different numbers. You can see straight up the exact info. Like any person reading your dashboard can see the exact information you want them to see. Like you're the storyteller, you're the one telling the story. It is whatever you want them to see, they will see. If you want them to start seeing another thing here, they'll begin to see another thing. Do you get? But this is the exact thing. There are so many information here. There are so many data here, but you don't want them to see all of those ones. This is what you want them to see, and this is it. So this is amazing. This is how to, create your chart. So on Saturday, we are going to be creating a dashboard so that I can see how to put all of these things together and then have a complete report, like a complete report, a complete dashboard that actually tells the story. All right. So let's take a couple of questions before we go. It's already, we have 10 minutes, like about 9 minutes to go. So do we have questions? Any person has any questions? We have 12 people in class today. That's fine. All right, Marco, please go ahead.
Okay, my question is like this, sir. Can we do any conditional formatting and pivot table and pivot chart?
Conditional formatting. Okay. So
See
when
my
we come,
question, sir?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. No, on pivot table,
Okay.
okay, let's start with the pivot table. This is the pivot table. So we want to do sort of conditional formatting. Of course, you just come to here. You come to your conditional formatting, click here. So you want to see any number that is greater than sorry, before you do that, you must have to highlight all the numbers. Highlight, then you want to say any number that is greater than maybe 100, or highlight any number that is greater than 1000. Okay, so any number that is greater than 1000, I want you to show it as green, like it should be green color. Choose green field, then okay. So you can see all the numbers here are greater than 1000. So that's why all of them are green. So let's format it to any number that is greater than, or okay, you can even use less than. You can do anyhow you want it. Anyone that is less than 1000. Is anyone? No. Anyone that is less than 5000. Yeah. Anyone that is less than 5000, make it red. So make it red. You choose light red. Yeah. So this is the one that is less than 5000. 3500 is less than 5000. So you have conditioned it. So you can actually use conditional formatting in your pivot table. Then in your chart is visual, it's not numbers, right? So you can customize but it's very common in Power BI. You can use gradient to customize your chart. That is, this one that is highest will have maybe a darker color. This one that is lowest will have a lighter color. So the higher you go, the darker the color or something, the deeper the color, and the lower you come. Let's see. I think you can be, it's very sweet. It is sweeter in Power BI, but let's see if we can achieve that here. You can see charts. So here now, we don't, okay, bar, arrow, error bar, no. We don't want that. We don't want all these things. Trend line. You can even put a trend line, like to show the movement of data. So, but here, chart title, data label. You can customize your data label. You can customize your data table. No, we don't want data table. So you're limited, really. Like Excel limits you to in several ways. But in Power BI, you can be able to achieve that gradient very well. Let me see here. Color. You can also change the color. Let's see this one. See this one. Can change to any particular color you want. Maybe this one. Just like that. You can play around. Then you can also choose the style you want it to be in. Yeah. Let me see. In this setting, you can also see all the things you can, do here. Yeah. So that is it. You can do that, but when we get Power BI, you'll appreciate this thing very much. So this thing now, this pivot table is the concept of Power BI. Like this is like an introduction to Power BI. This is exactly what Power BI is. It brings all your table, all your columns into here. It brings the entire table into different columns, and then this is just like Power BI. But this is like an introduction. When we get there, you now see a lot of things, like more advanced things there. All right. So Marco, is that answered? Is your question answered?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. All right.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Any more questions, please? Okay. So, mm, since we don't have any questions.